selling real one Chevy.
Hey everyone, welcome to IJustWatched. It's your boy Joseph, and we're here to talk Top Gun 2, aka Top Gun Maverick. I was interested and excited because I enjoy the original. I enjoy Top Gun. I always thought it was a fun movie, an enjoyable movie. I always liked the story, the concept. I like the fighter school, but the pilots call it boom, Top Gun, and then iconic music use. And I obviously didn't see it when it first came out. Let me rephrase. I wasn't alive yet. I was still swimming. So, obviously saw it later on, older, and I enjoyed it. I like a lot of it. That being said, Top Gun Maverick, Top Gun 2, is everything I wanted out of the original, because it's the school, it's the lessons, it's the elite of the elite, it's the best of the best of the best. Training, dogfighting, all that good stuff. And then we got to see them execute it, because I always thought, like, the first one, I love the dynamic between Val Kilmer, Iceman, and Tom Cruise, Pete Mitchell, aka Maverick. Always love their dynamic, the back and forth, the yin to the yang in that sense. I love the connection he had to Goose, and when Goose died, they're like, oh, he just died in an accident? I was like, yeah, isn't that worse than dying in the field? Because in the field, it's a possibility, but when you're training, you're like, oh no, we should be fine. Like, there's a risk, but nowhere near as high. And in that sense, Maverick being the pilot in that sense, felt guilty. He even played it into this movie. So I really enjoyed the fact that we got to see and got caught up. Iceman, it was a commander, if I remember correctly. And it was great. And the way they brought Val Kilmer, I liked it because I love Val Kilmer. As far as I know, he can't, he had the surgery and stuff, so he can't really normally speak, or, without some kind of apparatus or help, or, not as easy as I'm fucking chatting now, is basically what I'm trying to get at. But I was happy that they still used his character. I'm glad that he came back and was Maverick's guardian angel, so to speak, and I really enjoyed the fact that we even got that interaction on screen between the two of them, and that they wrote in his actual element in the movie itself. They can communicate, but in a way that or doable for Val Kilmer, and it drove this emotion. And also Tom Cruise killed it, carrying that moment where I liked it, where he was like pointing at the screen. He was like, yeah, so what should I, yeah, like, it was just kind of like, look at my face, you know what I want you to do, stop being a bitch about it. And he was like, you're right, I'm sorry, damn. And then I love the ending, like, of that little moment of, like, who's the better pilot, and he's like, don't ruin this beautiful moment. The connection and the story they built around Goose's son, Rooster, was very interesting, because, we obviously figured he was part of his life, and I didn't know what pull his papers meant. I had David explain it to me, because David knows, he's Navy. And once he explained it, I was like, oh, and I understood the resentment. But then, you find out with the mom, and, like, I don't know, I just like the development of the characters over time, because played into it, but then they caught us up on everyone's life without this unnecessary use of exposition nonstop. Or also, they didn't leave, like, a bunch of, like, so what happened, or what's this, or, like, no, like, he went to Top Gun, he tried to train back in the day, was fired, like, in the first month, so then he went somewhere else, and then he gets an admiral, he pissed off, sent somewhere else. Like, it showed the development of his character, it showed the development of Rooster's character, and the way that the loss of Goose affected them both. It showed us the development of Iceman's character, of Penny, like, of the whole team, organization, crew, people as a group, how they've progressed. And then one thing they did very smart was, you tell me where that villainous base where they had to destroy the plutonium and shit like that was at. I just know it was in a cold ass area because of the snow. No countries, it was just like, look, we need to destroy that before it goes nuclear. This is the mission. And it was beautiful to see how they went through it. It was beautiful to see the maneuvers, and the actual mission being carried out at the end was dope. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was fantastic. It's probably the best requel, the reboot sequel to a movie of 30 years or plus that I've seen personally. I really enjoyed it. It's a great movie. I've seen it a couple times. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Definitely got to watch the first. I mean, they explain enough and give you tidbits of pieces, but watching the first will give you a better and true understanding of the characters, thus having a better emotional connection to them now in the modern day. I want to hear your thoughts. I loved it. Do you think it goes further? Maybe, they transition to, Top Gun 3, and then it's, now you can follow the best of the best of the best. Also, Hangman, that dude is a great asshole. Like, he plays a great asshole. And it was, like, the whole time we were watching, I was like, yeah, I love to hate this guy. Like, this is great. Put him in more shit like that, please. But I want to hear your thoughts. Have you seen it? How are you going to see it? I recommend you see it. If you have, did you like it? What do you feel comparing it to the original? Does it hold its own? What do you think? What's your favorite requel, reboot sequel that we've had. Because I mean, Afterlife, the shitty Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but that's like the 18th one. Top Gun. I mean, there's more. I apologize. I know there's more. I just they're not coming to my mind right now because basura currently. But I want to hear down below comments, questions, concerns, requests. I love hearing from you. But until next time, stay safe, be well. Adios.